Thanks for joining me today, Lana. As we mentioned previously, there's a couple of questions we'd like to run through just to get some insight and thoughts from yourself. Can you please share one piece of career advice you wish someone had given to you when you started out in your career?
Thank you, Chris. I think follow your instincts. It's more underrated than you think. So try to tune in with your own instincts. And also don't settle for no and it's not possible. You can always make it work because eventually that's gonna benefit you and that's gonna make you happy. And the last thing, I think, regardless how much passion somebody speaks about a certain project or work to you, try to not lose yourself in their passion because it might not be yours.
I see. Yeah, so it's kind of keeping things separate where they need to be kept separate, but also being able to back yourself and follow that instinct you may have if it does contradict what someone else might believe in the theme. Yeah. Would you say there's something that pops up regularly for you in the line of work you do and the decision making you have to make, or is that something that you think is more important towards the junior end of the career?
No, I think that's a constant thing. It's more important in the beginning because it defines your path basically for the future projects or your career steps. But during every step, you kind of need to ask yourself, is this the right thing for me? Is that gonna lead me to where I want to be in the future? Am I gonna get what I want from this thing, or is it just ticking a box for whoever's sakes?
Do you think it's sometimes difficult to kind of keep true to yourself as well as also sort of hitting the targets and what the business direction is? And is there any advice you'd give around that for someone that's looking to use this method?
I think taking a step back every once in a while, it's a good practice to have just in general. Speak with people that know you, and also it might be good to have a track of your thoughts 5 years ago to now to the next 5 years and see how you evolved, how your thoughts evolved as well.
Can you please share a pivotal moment in your career that has made a significant impact to you?
That was when I met my mentor on a contractual job that I was at. They ended up hiring me to a company that kind of opened my eyes to how a company should be run and how much trust there should be in employees when they're doing their job, how much valued the employees should be. It seems logical and natural, but in practical terms, I feel like it's quite rare environment to be in. And I was very grateful to be in, to found this in fairly early in my career.
Sure. Have you kind of ran with that previously? So if you found your mentor and had that insight and experience passed to you, have you tried to implement that everywhere you can with more junior people moving forward as well?
Yes, of course. So I'm involved in several programs for mentorship. One of them is for women in tech, women in data. Another one is for young people, so high school level, and defining which path they should go for to university. And then at university level, what type of work would it be useful for their skill set and their aspirations? So always asking yourself what you want for yourself. Are you going to be happy doing this? Are you going to learn if that's your goal?
I think the world of tech evolves so quickly, to be able to kind of keep a pinpoint of where you're trying to get to is a good thing to have. And because there's so many tangents you can go down, isn't there? And so many different things you can explore. How do you approach challenges and setbacks in your professional life? And what's your go-to strategy to overcoming them?
Right, so I have extensive experience in the startup world and as a consultant, and both of them set me up for quite a lot of uncertainties and challenges. And I always try to be pragmatic. And I think the main thing is do good. So do good by your own standards, do good by the industry standards if you're talking about data or tech, to help people, to help the project, to help things move forward, because eventually you're gonna hit some disagreements with the people you're working with, and you can have different discussions, but they're easily swallowed when all parties understand that everybody's trying to have the best intentions and to do the best for the project.
Yeah, well, make sure as long as everyone's pulling in that same direction, that's all you need really, isn't it? Because having the different viewpoints and mindsets often fosters a better environment for getting to somewhere quicker or better. So as long as you're always keeping sight of the same thing, I'm sure it's always beneficial. So that's your advice, is to always kind of keep that in mind and keep stock of that when you're working through the projects.
Yes.
Perfect. Well, thank you for sharing some time and sharing your thoughts on things. It's great to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Chris.